likely aware by now that science is starting to discover that water has consciousness. What's exciting to me about that is that from a non-dualistic spiritual perspective, science is proving that water is consciousness. Einstein had a theory of special relativity. And in that theory of special relativity, he noticed something that he called, or that we call, entanglement. And what he named it was the theory of spooky action at a distance. And what that meant was, if you had two interacting bodies and you separated them and put them at great distances from each other, as you agitate or give information to one of those bodies, the other body would resonate with that same agitation or information. It would display behaviors that showed that it was connected with the other body. Scientists are now doing experiments with water pitchers, where they find the same thing. If they have a pitcher of water and they take half of that pitcher and they move it to a remote location and they give it information, instantaneously the water in the other pitcher at the remote location will start responding and start resonating in the same way that the original one was. So what that means is that once there's a bond, it's not connected, and the information travels at a speed that's greater than the speed of light. So what that means is thought travels at a greater speed than the speed of light. What does that mean for you as a human? Well, it means many things. First of all, through the scientific experiments with water, we are starting to understand collective consciousness. We are also starting to understand telepathic abilities and psychic abilities. Additionally, we are starting to understand how we are unified in all of this, and how our thoughts create our experience or can transform our lives and the lives of those around us. There have been experiments done where vials or small bits of holy water, small vessels of holy water, have been added to bodies of water that are polluted. And not only by the positive intention that was placed in the holy water, but only by the holy water being in the presence of the polluted water and becoming part of the polluted water. Did the polluted water then actually become resonant with the holy water, and it actually changed its form to be more resonant with the crystalline structure of the holy water? So after a short period of time where there has been polluted bodies of water, adding holy water to it has completely transformed the entire polluted area. What that means for human consciousness is that as you align your thoughts with who you really are, and those thoughts become part of you through the water that you drink and the water that you consume and that you sweat and excrete, and it goes out into the atmosphere. You are a vessel of water. And as the water leaves you and goes into the atmosphere and becomes part of life, it becomes part of the trees, it becomes part of the oceans, it becomes part of the rivers, it becomes part of our food supply and the food supply of others. That water that was once you always has a resonant being on you. So any thought that you have and any experience that you have is then recorded or then experienced in these water molecules that were once you. Why is this so exciting? Water is made of hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen is number one on the periodic table of elements. It's the most prevalent element water, a body of water, a body of consciousness. Transform your thoughts and allow yourself to be who you are and love, trust, and believe in yourself and elevate your own vibration and your own consciousness. The consciousness of the planet and the universe as a whole is then transformed. It might be at a subatomic level, but it is still felt and it still resonates with everything that was ever connected with you. And water, as something that moves with every thought and every ounce of programming that we give it, is a vessel or a body that contains collective consciousness. Okay, so what does that mean in relation to other people and other things in your life? How can you use this information? Since communication through water, through consciousness, is faster than the speed of light, you're automatically connected to every single person you've ever been connected with. And since at the time of the Big Bang, we were all connected, everything happened at once, you are intimately connected with absolutely every single part of creation, both here on the earth and throughout the universe. So you are an embodiment of collective consciousness. The only thing that you can control are your thoughts. The only thing that you can align are your thoughts. You can't make somebody else change or save somebody else or raise somebody else's vibration. Just by you being you and breathing the water vapor that you breathe and sweating the water that you sweat and bathing in the water that you bathe in and consuming and excreting the water that you do, just by you being alive and taking care of your own consciousness, you then intimately affect the consciousness of the rest of the planet and the universe. So now that you have this information of knowing exactly how water affects you and life around you, what are you going to do?